Good morning, everyone.
Very good.
Firstly, I want to thank Arif Sheva. Noni, thank you very much for organizing this. Kazat, Young Israel, Kew Garden Hills, and all the organizers for bringing this important event to Queens. I want to offer a special welcome to our friends and guests from Israel and who have joined us today. First, I also want to thank the speakers, guests, community leaders, and everyone who took the time to be here this morning. At a time when the Jewish people face so many challenges, gatherings like this remind us of something important. We are not alone. October 7th, my wife and I were in Israel visiting our daughter and her family, a block away from where we were staying, a Misslehead. Several months ago, I had the opportunity to visit Israel again. As a father and grandfather, this wasn't just another trip. Every news report, every update, and every headline felt deeply personal. I know many of you feel the same way. Whether you have a family in Israel or simply feel a deep connection to our homeland, what happens there touches all of us. I wanted to see for myself how people are coping and what daily life looks like. I expected to find a country overwhelmed by war. Instead, I found a nation determined to live. I saw children going to school. I saw people returning to work. I saw neighbors helping one another. I saw soldiers coming home for a few precious hours with their families before returning to their units. And I remember thinking that despite everything Israel had endured, hope was stronger than fear. That same hope is something I have witnessed over the past years right here in Queens. As the publisher of the Queens Jewish Link and Bukharian Jewish Link, I have the privilege of meeting thousands of people across the community every year. For more than 15 years, I've had the privilege of helping tell the story of Jewish life in Queens. I've attended thousands of community events. I've seen celebrations, tragedies, moments of tremendous growth, and moments of enormous challenge. Yet, I can honestly say that I have seen the level of unity that I witnessed throughout these past few years. Since October 7th, those conversations have changed. The pain has been real, and the fear has been real, but so has the unity. Week after week, the Queens Jewish Link and Bukharian Jewish Link have documented how the Jewish community of Queens responded. We stood at rallies where thousands gathered in support of Israel. We attended Tehillim gatherings, filled shuls to capacity. We watched communities that often operate independently stand shoulder to shoulder as one people. Those are moments I will never forget. I was privileged to join over 1,000 Jewish people on an annual NORPAC mission to Washington. Standing alongside rabbis, business leaders, educators, and students from Queens, I was reminded that support for Israel is not somebody else's responsibility. It belongs to all of us. What struck me wasn't the politics, it was the commitment. People gave up an entire day, traveled for hours, and walked the halls of Congress because they understood that Israel's future matters to every Jew. The Queens community also had the privilege of hearing from Israeli soldiers who fought in the October 7th war and came here to Queens to share their experiences. As a publisher, I've attended countless community events over the years, but there were moments during those gatherings when you could hear a pin drop and the unity was palatable. Hundreds of people sat completely silent as they listened to stories of courage, sacrifice, loss, and faith. Returning to talking about the Queens Jewish community, I think about what happened right here in Kew Garden Hills when anti-Israel demonstrators came into our own neighborhood. They expected to intimidate us. Instead, they reminded us of who we are. Neighbors stood together. Community leaders stood together. People who had never attended a rally before showed up because they understood that Jewish pride and Jewish security are responsibilities we all share. Those are the stories that stay with me, the people's stories. We see that hope in our shuls. We see that in our schools. We see it in the thousands of people who refuse to let others define our Jewish story. Over the past years, we have learned something important. The Jewish people may live in different cities, speak different languages, and come from different backgrounds. But when Israel hurts, Jews everywhere feel that pain. And when Israel stands strong, Jews everywhere stand taller. That is what I've witnessed as a publisher. That is what I've witnessed as a father and grandfather. And the story of Israel is our story. The future of Israel is our future. And may Hashem continue to bless the state of Israel, protect its soldiers, comfort its families, and strengthen the bond that unites Jews everywhere. Am Yisrael Chai. Thank you.